We then cut to Michonne, who kills 3 zombies. The next morning they start fighting their way further into the prison. They kill some zombies. But then a new type emerges, zombies with helmets. So they try hitting their helmets, but it doesn't work. Maggie then has the ingenious idea to hit them under the helmets, and this works way better. They then head inside the prison. They secure a cell block and the gang moves in. We then cut to Michonne again, who is taking care of Andrea because she's dying, or has a cold or something. They then head off to secure more of the prison. They decide to take Herschel, the only man who could deliver Laurie's baby, and he immediately gets bit, so Rick chops off his leg. They then meet prisoners who aren't zombies. They've spent the last 10 months locked inside the prison, mostly unaware of the world falling apart and whatnot. Let's do a brief intro of the gang. There's Thomas, Andrew, Axel, Oscar, and Big Tiny, my favourite very short-lived character on the show. Back to the action gang, they head back to the cell block they secured to see if prisons have spare legs. They do not. The prisoners follow them back and are curious why they have broken into prison. People usually try to break out of it, you big silly goofballs. You know how prisoners talk. So Rick explains about zombies and the world ending and stuff. After learning this, Thomas and the prisoners wish to stay, so Rick says he will help them clear out a cell block for their own to have, if they give them some of their food. Thomas agrees. So they arm up and head out to clear out some living space for the prison boys. Rick tells them all the zombie rules and to aim for the head and all that. They immediately charge in and start hitting them everywhere but the head. So Rick shows them how to do it properly, and then they do it properly. Big Tiny wanders off and is scratched by some zombie who ruins a potentially awesome character. He is then brutally killed by Thomas, but I like to think he didn't feel much. The rest of the gang are watching over Herschel, not sure if he is going to live or not. Cole returns. I didn't know he was gone, but anyway he returns, with a bunch of medical supplies to help Herschel. He found them in the infirmary and killed 2 zombies. Laurie gets angry that he went alone, and Cole gets angry because he was just trying to help. God damn it, Mother. Why can't you see I'm not your little boy anymore? Carol and Glenn find a lady zombie to practice cesareans on. Meanwhile, Thomas is looking a little crazy after brutally killing Big Tiny, so Rick kills him with an axe. His buddy Andrew runs away. They take the 2 remaining prisoners, Axel and Oscar, to their own little section of the prison and leave. Herschel finally wakes up and isn't dead or a zombie, so that's good. He grabs Rick's hand like the son he never had in the show. Well, he had a son, but we never met him. In the comic, he has more children, including adorable twin daughters who are brutally murdered in the prison arc, which they decided to not include, wisely. Rick and Laurie finally have a bit of a chat, and a nice moment after being so distant this season. The next episode opens on a helicoptering, but then it crashes, and it's full of army guys. Michonne and Andrea witness this and go to investigate, but some other people beat them to it, so they hide in the bushes. Michonne's pet zombies start making a bit of noise, which is attracting suspicion from the strange people. She then kills them and the strangers go about their business. But then one of the strangers surprises them and tells them to put their hands up and turn around. But it's not a stranger at all. It's good old Mel, the lovable racist. Andrea wakes up in a room with a nurse and a Mel, and they catch up about what they've been up to. Not the nurse, though. She isn't an established character and gets few lines. Same with Schumpert and Crowley, who get 0 lines, but are Mel's friends. They also took their weapons. But then a less minor character enters. The governor. He's the governor of Woodbury, or mayor or something. I'm not sure if an election was held. Woodbury is a sealed-off community, where people live like they used to, but not in a racist way. They have guards and curfews, and it seems to be a very functioning community. Andrea is surprised. Michonne is very suspicious. The next day they see all the people that live there and stuff. There's 73 of them. The governor then visits Milton, his science research guy of some sort. They are doing some experiments on the undead to try and learn anything they can. They check out Michonne's pet zombies and realise she was using them as camouflage to blend in with the zombies. Anyway, they have breakfast together. The governor and Andrea lightly flirt, and Michonne stares angrily at everyone and wants her damn sword back. So then the governor speaks to one of the army guy survivors of the helicopter crash, and he tells them where other army guys are, so they go kill them and take their weapons and trucks and womenfolk. Probably. They arrive back and the governor does a speech about the army guys' heroic sacrifice, and the locals eat it up. He then goes home, pours himself a drink, sits down and watches some zombie heads in fish tanks, his favourite show.